Hey, Wyatt, great to see you.
Hey, thank you.
You can hear us okay, and we can hear you okay, so that's
Yeah.
all right. We will get this started. We are joined by Wyatt Johnston, and if you have a question for Wyatt, please use the raise your hand function, and I will call on you, and we will get started. We'll start with Brian Ray. Go ahead, Brian.
Wyatt, congrats on being selected. Obviously, very exciting for you and your family. Can you take us pre-draft, the interactions you had with Dallas and maybe some of those things that stood out to you leading up to tonight?
I had a few conversations with, some people with the hockey operations with Dallas. I know talking to my agent that Dallas was pretty high of me. I knew, I think there was a chance here. And, I started to get a little bit nervous once the pick was being called. And it was just an amazing experience once I heard my name called.
Next, we'll go to Matt DeFranks. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Wyatt, congratulations. What was this past year like for you, not playing in the OHL, and where did you spend it? What'd you do?
This year was really crazy for everyone, but, especially me not playing a full season. And, I spent the whole time in Toronto at my home. And for the whole time I was just working out and training and trying to get better and doing everything I could to stay in top shape and just improve for when the game started. And so, I was working out 5 or 6 times a week and getting on the ice as much as I could throughout the season.
Next, we will go to Mike Heika. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Wyatt. What was your time in Texas like? How was that experience?
It was really good. Just the overall experience of being at the U18 tournament was pretty special. Playing for Team Canada and ultimately winning gold was an amazing experience. And it's pretty cool that I was actually in Texas, I guess a couple months ago, in Dallas. I think just kind of driving through the city, I liked what I saw, and it looked like a nice city. And I think if I knew that I was going to be coming to Dallas, I might have paid a little bit more attention. But overall it was great.
Next, we will go to Saad Youssef. Go ahead, Saad.
Hey, Wyatt, congratulations. Who are some of the guys that you looked up to growing up, or I guess still look up to as you develop in your hockey career?
I think it kind of changes over the course of your career. I know being in minor Adam, there was a pretty special team with Connor McDavid and Roland McEwen playing for the Toronto Marlies, and those were guys that I looked up to. And then as you get older, you kind of look up to the OHL guys and NHL guys. And I've been a hockey fan my whole life, just kind of looking up to all the top NHL players. It's been pretty special.
Jordan Henry, go ahead.
Hey, Wyatt, just taking you back to your rookie year in the OHL. Dallas, one of those teams that's got quite a large contingent of OHL draft picks. Just wondering what your relationship's like with guys like, Thomas Harley, Tidal Andrea, Antonio Strongis, Riley Damiani, just so many OHL guys. If you know any of them that.
I actually don't know too many of the OHL guys drafted by Dallas. Curtis Douglas, I played with him in my first year, and he was, I believe, a 4th round pick by Dallas. I know him, but other than that, I don't really know too many guys who are other members of the Dallas organization.
We'll go back to Mike Heika. Mike, go ahead.
What do you have to improve on, and how much do you look forward to a full regular season?
I think personally, just working on my straightaway speed and my strength. I know those are two pretty big cliches, but I think just if I were to be playing in the NHL, I gotta just really improve my skating and my strength, because you're playing against men and so much faster at the next level. So I think those are just the two biggest things for me.
Next, we'll go to Matt DeFranks. Go ahead, Matt.
You mentioned working out a lot in the past year. What skills in particular do you feel like elevated in your game, and how much size do you feel like you added?
I think one thing is just my physicality. I was able to put on over 20 pounds of muscle over the past year and a bit. So I think just I'm able to, use my physicality a little bit more, use my strength more in the corners to win puck battles. And I think that's also helped with my skating, just generating more power and being more explosive on my skates.
Saad Youssef, go ahead.
Kind of going off that, Wyatt. Has it been a lot of differences in diet? Are you adjusting your diet at all, or is it just kind of putting on weight in the weight room? And then also on top of that, just, how do you practice physicality when you're not able to compete against other guys in game competition?
Yeah, I mean, for gaining the strength and the weight, a lot of it's just eating all the right foods and also eating a lot of it in order to put on the mass. And so, yeah, a lot of it's the eating and then all of it's just the training in the gym. And then, yeah, I think it's a little bit difficult to kind of work on, I guess, using my strength a little bit more as I'm not playing as many games, but, I'm able to work on it in my training sessions and doing battle drills and stuff like that.
Brian Ray, we'll go back to you.
Wyatt, obviously tonight's very exciting for you and your family, but when you wake up tomorrow, are you back in the gym working out? Do you take the weekend to enjoy this? What are the next steps for Wyatt Johnston?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a pretty special night, and I'm going to be sure to cherish the moment because it only happens once. But yeah, I know everyone says it, but yeah, I guess the work starts now. And I even think for me that the work's already started, and so I just got to continue. And I haven't made it to the NHL yet, and my goal is to be a top player in the NHL. So yeah, I just got to continue working and improve my game as best as possible.
Matt DeFranks, go ahead.
Yeah, two parts to this question here. Did you find this draft process frustrating at all or challenging in a way that you had to sell yourself more to teams since you didn't have a season? And secondly, we saw your dad react to your pick. What is he like watching your games?
Yeah, I think to the first question, yeah, I think this year was a little bit different and also frustrating, just not being able to play and seeing other guys who were able to play. And I think this year there's definitely a lot more communication and Zoom calls and stuff like that between myself and the teams. And yeah, I think he's a pretty intense guy, and I don't really know too much about how he watches the games, but I think he's a pretty intense guy, and I sometimes hear stories about from my mom and my sister being around him on how he's pretty intense and pretty vocal, I guess.
Saad Youssef, go ahead.
Wyatt, I think I heard you say that Jamie Benn reached out to you. Just what was that like, and have any other Stars players reached out?
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Benn called me, and obviously that was an amazing moment, and I was pretty starstruck just hearing the name Jamie Benn, saying, "Hey, it's Jamie Benn." That was a pretty special experience, and I'm not too sure yet about anyone else. I haven't really been able to check my phone yet. It's kind of blowing up right now. So yeah, I gotta go through my phone and see, I guess.
And lastly, we'll go back to Brian Ray. Go ahead, Brian.
Wyatt, I don't know if you have your phone nearby, but can you tell us how many missed text messages or email bubbles you have on your phone right now?
I couldn't tell you that. It's been buzzing for a while nonstop. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty special.
All right, Wyatt, we'll let you